Okay, this is a weird situation that I think kind of just passed all of us by on Sunday, but it's come a bigger storyline on Monday because here's what happened. So there was a play in the Titans-Broncos game late in the third quarter, 1st and 20, Titans offense stuck in the mud. But Cam Ward here is going to have a nice pass to Alec Illuminator. Hard name to pronounce. You can't quite tell if it's inbounds or not, right? If this is very close to being inbounds. If that elbow hits inbounds, this is a catch. If not, it is an incomplete pass. To be honest, I don't know if they challenge it if they get the overturn here. Like, here's another angle you see right there. Like, that's right where it touches the ground. Is that inbounds? Is that out of bounds? It is tough to tell. It was ruled incomplete. It probably stays incomplete, I would assume. But, the Titans reporters are doing their due diligence. They ask Brian Callahan, the head coach, hey, why did you decide not to challenge this play? Probably expecting him to say, oh, yeah, we just didn't have we weren't sure if the elbow was inbounds or not, so that's why we decided not to. Instead, he has this to say.
Yeah, you got to get a foot inbounds, too. Which we didn't have a clean look at whether his foot was down as well. An elbow doesn't equal 2 feet, so his foot would have had to come down as well. We didn't have a clean look, so the call from upstairs was that it wasn't worth challenging.
Which is obviously not the rule. This doesn't feel like that even controversial. This is pretty clear, I think. When I hear that, I'm like, why does he think this even is the rule? I mean, you see, I'll put the rule on the screen. You have to do 3 things for it to be a catch. You have to have possession. That's what A is. B is the notable part here. You have to touch the ground inbounds with either both feet or with any body part other than his hand. I'm guessing that's what Callahan got confused by. He thought that an elbow was similar to a hand. But again, Callahan said you have to get 1 foot inbounds if your elbow is inbounds, which is even more confusing. Why does it have to be a mix and match situation? For some reason, he just, he's wrong about this call, which is confusing for several reasons, right? There's the obvious, why does the head coach not know what the catch rule is? But then also, aren't there other people who are in these conversations who could have corrected him and said, no, an elbow counts as a catch? Again, this is something that maybe, I'm not sure how much every fan knows exactly when the line is between a catch or isn't a catch, but I work in football making these videos, I'm very well aware of this stuff, and I'm nowhere near putting as much intention into this as head coaches are, right? To Callahan's credit, he did ultimately own up to the mistake on a press conference earlier today.
My interpretation of the rule was wrong. I'll own it. We should have challenged the play, and that's pretty much all I can say about it is I'll own the mistake, should have challenged it, and that's where it stands.
So yeah, just a very bizarre sequence. Again, I still have yet to see an angle that definitively shows to me that this would have been a catch. So I don't think it's I don't know if it would have actually changed outcome. It's more so just how do you mess this up? I don't know. Crazy situation.